The footsteps weren't above me anymore. They were in my apartment, and I hadn't opened the door. I sat frozen on my bed. The air had changed. It was heavy, like I was breathing through wet cloth. I reached for my phone. Dead. It had been charging. I checked the wall outlet. No power. The lamp was off too, but something was still moving. The sound of footsteps, soft but deliberate, came from the hallway. My hallway. I tiptoed toward my bedroom door and slowly turned the knob. Every instinct screamed not to open it, but curiosity, fear, they always win. I peeked through. The hallway was dark, but not empty. There was a figure standing at the end, facing the wall, too tall to be human. Its head scraped the ceiling. It wasn't moving, but it was breathing. I could hear it. Deep, labored breaths, like it had just run a marathon. Then it turned its head. Not fully, just a twitch, like it sensed me watching. I slammed the door shut and locked it, pushed the dresser against it. "This isn't real, Leah," I whispered. "You're dreaming. This is just a nightmare." But nightmares don't leave marks. When I turned around, 3 long scratches were gouged into the wall behind me, still fresh, still bleeding. That morning, the power was back. My phone was fully charged, and the door opened like nothing had happened. I ran, straight to the landlord's office. But it was empty, like no one had been there in weeks. The office phone line was dead, his mailbox was overflowing, and the strangest part, the nameplate on the desk didn't say Mr. Allen like the 4 dot said. Vacant. I asked a shop owner nearby if they knew what had happened to the landlord. They looked at me confused. "This building's been empty for years," the man said. "No one manages it anymore. Not since the fire." "What fire?" I asked. "3rd floor. Some tenant went crazy. Said she heard things in the ceiling. Scratching, footsteps. Said they were watching her through the walls." He shook his head. "She burned the whole place down trying to get rid of them." I couldn't breathe. "When did this happen?" I asked. He frowned. "Maybe 7, 8 years ago. But I just signed the lease last week. I went back to the apartment." I know. I should have run. But something was pulling me back. I needed to know. I needed answers. I searched every corner, every drawer. I even crawled up to the attic access panel in the hallway. Inside the attic, everything was covered in soot. Charred wood, blackened insulation. But something was etched into the far wall. Dozens of claw marks, and above them, written in something brown and dry, "It lives between the floors." Suddenly, the floor creaked beneath me, not from my movement, from below. Then something reached up through the floorboards, pale fingers, and grabbed my ankle. I screamed and kicked, scrambling out of the attic and slamming the panel shut. But before I did, I caught a glimpse of its face. It wasn't human. Its skin was too smooth, too stretched. Its mouth was open far too wide. And it had no eyes, just black holes. It whispered one thing before I escaped. She let me in. "Now I want you." That night, I didn't sleep. I didn't even try. I sat in the kitchen, every light on, knife in hand, just waiting, listening. 2:13 a.m. came, and nothing happened. No footsteps, no whispers, but then I saw it, on the fridge. 3 long finger marks drawn through the condensation. I hadn't touched the fridge. I looked down. There were wet footprints on the floor, leading to my bedroom. I followed them slowly, my breath shallow. When I opened the door, the closet was open. Inside was a mirror. Not mine. Old, tall, wooden. definitely was not there before. I stepped toward it, and for a moment, I didn't see my reflection. I saw her. The woman who set the fire, eyes wild, hair matted. She was pointing at something behind me. I turned, nothing there. But when I looked back, she was gone dot, and now it was my reflection again. Except I wasn't moving. My reflection just stared, then it smiled. And I didn't. I left that night. I don't remember how I got out. I don't remember driving. I just remember the cold. And the feeling that something was sitting in the back seat the whole way. I've tried to move on. I've moved cities. Changed my name. Burned every piece of clothing I wore in that place. But every night, at exactly 2:13 a.m., I hear footsteps outside my window. And sometimes, I swear I can still hear her voice. Don't look. Don't look, don't look. But last night, I did, and it wasn't her anymore. It was me.